Hi friends, this is my first YouTube video. I don't have any intention to create a YouTube channel, so I will not be asking you to subscribe to my channel because there is nothing available. But why I'm coming in this video, coming up with this video is to share some of the ideas and thoughts which we have that will help India to fight. I believe that it will help India to fight this unprecedented coronavirus situation, COVID-19. Um, Probably you know or you heard that Indian government has the website which India government has, which is www.mygov.in, where they are asking every citizen wherever you are to share your thoughts. How do you fight this battle? The second thing is that, so this is one, of course, the primary objective where I want to inspire you to share your thoughts while you are in at home watching movies and things like that. Spare a little bit of your time and share your thoughts into www.mygov.in. There is a COVID-19 solution challenge going on, which is open for till probably mid of April, right? Secondly, if I'm hearing all the media coverage and everything where it is absolutely necessary at this moment to keep the people at home, stay at home order, unlike the Western countries who did not listen to the experts at the beginning and they are paying high price. This is the absolute right thing to do. But what I am not hearing from in the media or all the discussion forum is that how do you fight it for not short term about 3 weeks? It's not going to be over in 3 weeks, in 21 days. We probably all know, right? It is going to happen. This battle will go on for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. We don't know when the medicine will be available, when the vaccine will be available. Then only it will be, we can say that, hey, we have won this battle, right? So how do we prepare ourselves for this long battle? This video is for that. Please bear with me for, maybe 10 minutes or so to listen to my ideas. And if you feel, it has some merit, then share this video to your friends, your family members, and others, so that this can inspire others to share their thoughts as well. Well, then what are those ideas? Bear with me, let me share my screen or what I want to talk about it, right? Um, so here are my thoughts, right? As I said at the beginning, the first step of slowing down the spread, complete lockdown of the nation, not about localized state-wise, but nation-wise lockdown is a big step and the right step to do. But at the same time, keeping this country in a lockdown situation with 1.3 billion people, with so many people are living with daily wages, contractors, it is just not possible. With a GDP of 2.9 billion is not a sustainable model, right? So how do the thought is that how do we get into a new normal where we live with this virus, but at the same time, we will protect our people. So there are two thoughts in this. One is that testing, making the testing available, testing, and testing, more testing. So whenever I want to do the testing, I will be able to do the testing, and the result will be available within minutes, hours, not waiting for the days. So we'll be immediately knowing that what is my result, right? That is number one. Number two is that once the testing is done and it is tested positive, then how do you isolate that case so that it does not spread, and it make the information available for the public so that the people themselves do the localized, so-called that Janta curfew, which we did in one day. So they will avoid the places where the virus are there, or the people who are having the infections are staying or living in those places, right? Now, how do we do it? My thought is that, with the digitization, the number of mobile phones available, our mobile can act like a responder, or the transponder uh, for the cases where the viruses are. So let me talk about first is that what is this test I'm talking about, right? There are few companies in the world like Abbott and Roche. Roche is a Swiss company. They have come up with a very, very high throughput testing, which is available in the US and some other markets. Abbott has come up with a testing which can give you the result in 5 minutes. Roche's one in the 5 hours, or rather 2 to 3 hours. So how do you make those test kits available in India with the help of the government, and of course the funding needs to come from the with the in the joint private public partnership. So it has to be cleared very quickly by the government and the Central Drug Standard Control Organization, or CDSCO, which is like a FDA in Food and Drug Association in US. Um, Similarly, we need to have that clearance very quickly. Secondly, is that we need to create emergency fund with the help of the private public partnership. This is the time where the top 2% of our society can really help to fight India this battle. And I'm encouraged to see that how many celebrities are coming forward, how many businessmen are coming forward to donate and contribute to this cause. So call the top 10 businessmen or companies of the country to create a fund jointly with the Indian government for creating those test kits in a large number, make that available. And also the protective gears, right? It is important that this fund needs to be used in two areas. One is that preparing those test kits, and second is that creating the protective gears in terms of masks, the vests, and all those protective gears for the professionals, healthcare professionals who are going to collect the sample, do the testing, so that we can protect them. The production of these test kits to be done within few weeks, not then months. Don't have months. We don't have the luxury to have the months. So it's urgent. We need to ask all the producer or pharmacy labs to um, create those kind of test kits, then distribute these kits to every place, every corner of our country, in the states, in the districts, in the subdivisions. So whenever I want, I can go the test center and do it. Now this is the test kits and what we need to do in terms of creating a high throughput test procedure with the free of cost to our people. Now, once what is the test procedure is going to be? So here is the digitization or the mobile help which we can take, right? So here are the steps for the testing procedures, right? Each suspect should have access to the testing facility. That is number one. Number two is that sample collection to be done at the nearest authorized lab where the persons where you live. Before coming to the test lab, there has to be a unique test number generated through your mobile phone. Now, obviously, the question will be raised, hey, we don't have everybody having the smartphone. We will come to that. Just park that thought a little bit. Let's continue this flow, right? Um, Once a unique test number is generated using that phone number, the same phone number cannot be used for another test. So it is a unique test number associated to your phone number, right? The unique test number will be available to the test center for validation through a national database. So when you come to the test center, you have the unique number. The same unique number is available to the test center, so they can validate that it is the right one. The mobile number through which you are generating the unique test number, that has to be having the KYC. Now KYC is available at all the mobile number in India, so I don't think that should be a big deal at this moment. Once the report is available, the result will be available to you, the same mobile number through which you have generated the unique test, within few hours. Hard copy you can get it later on, right? If now the situation is, now it is very important that how do you trace each of those cases. If the test result is positive, this phone number from which you have generated the unique test number is going to be the asset of the Indian government. It has to be traced till the 14 days or the quarantine period till the person is recovered. So this is registered in that national database for the tracking purpose. Now this phone, as I said, is a national asset, cannot be touched. That means you cannot switch off, you cannot replace the SIM, right? Um, if that happens, if you try to do that, it will trigger a alert to the local police station. I talked about the KYC. So this phone number has a KYC. Through that KYC, this alert will go to the local police station. Now, how this can be done? This can easily be done with the help of Apple and then Google, right? These are the two platforms which you have for the phone, either the iPhone or the iOS or the Android device, right? So ask Google and Apple to help on this. I'm sure they're going to help with fighting this situation. Now, this in this national database, this phone number will be tracked for next 14 days. After 14 days, if this this phone number will go off as a negative, or once the next test you have done and been result is negative, then your number will be go off from that database, saying that this status is negative. Now, this is the capturing part of it, right? How do you capture all positive cases with the actual coordinate where this person is? That is the number one. Now it is the how do we trace this person throughout the journey of this quarantine period till that person recovers, right? So these mobile devices associated to each positive case should act as a signal transponder for 14 days. Location tracking of those devices 14 days, or the next result which has come as negative. Till that time, this is, as I said, this is going to be a national asset. You cannot say that, hey, this is my privacy, you are intervening into this privacy. We need to come to a agreement, or come to a or create a law, wartime law, right, that which will override any privacy law which you have. Location tracking of those devices should be done through GPS technology with the help of Google or Apple. Apple and Google should comply to this rule of sharing location data while operating in India. iOS or Android mobile app needs to be built to show all the positive cases through a real-time interactive map. So there will be an app which you can download from Apple Store or Play Store, um, App Store or the Play Store in your mobile, and you can see real time where those positive cases are through the GPS tracking, right? National database of the mobile number should be protected from unauthorized misuse through best-in-class high-end security software protection. Of course, that is important. This will make everyone aware that where are those positive cases nearby your area, so that you can avoid by yourselves going to those areas, getting into a possibility of getting into a contact to those person. You heard the situation where somebody in Nadia district in West Bengal came from New Delhi with the Rajdhani Express, landed in Shialda station, and then took another local train and went to his local place in Nadia district, right? Um, Imagine this situation. You will be live knowing that there is a positive case going on in the Shialda station. Then the people in that area will avoid immediately. We will see that the local curfew happening, Janta curfew happening in that area. So people are avoiding, right? So you will be minimizing the impact or the possibility of having the contacts from with that person with other people. Now the question, there are few questions, is that, hey, as I said, not all the people in India has the phone or the smartphone. How this tracking will happen for those cases? For those cases, people will reach out to their nearest relatives, acquaintance who has a smartphone to assist that patient. So, though the tracking will not be accurate in those cases because this person is different than the actual patient or the suspect, but still it will be nearby because that person will be somewhere near to that place. So it is fairly accurate that where this case is. If the number of cases are too high, this solution is not going to work, because um, this is going to show all over the place in the map that there are hotspots, right? So this is the right time where we are in the stage 2, getting into the stage 3, which is the community spreading. The number of cases are still low. Can you implement this kind of tracing mechanism to isolate the people and make the people aware that where the positive cases are, so that people avoid to go those places. With that, this is my idea. I'm sure there are quite a bit of other ideas as well. We definitely can, come to a situation which will deal with the new normal. We will live with this virus, but not exposing ourselves to getting into the contact of this virus. If you think that this idea is useful, please share this video. And I will encourage you guys again to go to www.mygov.in, COVID-19 Solution Challenge. Post your videos, post your suggestions. I'm sure together we can win this battle. India is doing much better than any other Western countries. It is encouraging to see how people are responding to the whole lockdown situations. But I'm sure, but we have a long battle, as I said, ahead of us. Together we can do it. Mera Bharat Mahan. India is, incredible. Jai Hind.